God bless football, Billy Gill.
God bless football, Mikey A.
God bless football, Stugotz.
Thank you, Mikey A. College football, the Elite Eight is coming up this week. The NFL, the final week of the regular season. We have a great game of If the Season Ended Today coming up for you in just a minute. Billy, what's going on with that Dolphins hat?
This Dolphins hat? Oh, you like this hat?
like
so I got this. It does.
It's a helmet hat. Yeah.
Helmet. You see this?
Yeah.
It has the stripes, has the logos on the side. My cousin's wife gave it to me in a little secret Santa exchange over the break. I like it. I'm gonna be honest.
Somebody gets you. I mean, it should be your Cardinals hat or a Bears hat or a Chiefs hat. But I mean, I guess
Cardinals and the Bears have been eliminated from the playoffs, so we can move on from them. It's down to the Chiefs and the Dolphins at this point for front runner Billy. You know what I mean?
I can tell you that the Dolphins are out of the playoffs as well.
Oh, I mean, okay.
I mean, if you're the Chiefs and you control whether or not Joe Burrow makes the playoffs, then you do the right thing and you let Denver into the playoffs.
But like Joe Burrow's not going to make the playoffs. The Dolphins are playing the Jets. The Jets, it's a must lose for them. By the way,
telling me that's not a game the Jets win because they shouldn't, and the Dolphins lose because
he doesn't know the Jets. Mikey.
I mean, this feels like every bit a Jets win for no reason.
Yes.
Potentially. I mean, if Aaron Rodgers wants to go out on top, if he wants to retire, whatever. But like, Aaron Rodgers understood the assignment yesterday. Aaron Rodgers said, "You know what? We need to lose this game, and I'm going to do my damnedest to make sure we lose this game." And then they took him out because it was close for like 3 quarters. It was like a 9-0 game for like 3 quarters. And then all of a sudden, the Bills decided, you know what? No, let's not. Let's put up 40 points. And then they take out Aaron Rodgers, and then Tyrod Taylor comes in, and he does not understand that he's supposed to lose the game. He had his own agenda. I have a game.
His agenda was Tyrod Taylor. Yes.
Yeah. His agenda was, I'm going to start next year for this team.
I have a game. I have a game called My Agenda. And these are the players that played with my agenda yesterday in mind. Okay. Tyrod Taylor, probably like number 3 on the list. Okay. If you give me a moment, I'll figure out a number 2. Number 1 on my agenda yesterday, Drew Lock. Drew Lock did not understand what he was supposed to be doing at all yesterday.
Nope.
Drew Lock seemed to think, you know what? This is a great opportunity for me to go out and ingratiate myself with Giants fans. No, friend, you're probably the most hated person in New York right now because your shenanigans yesterday of your 5 touchdowns has had the Giants go back from potentially number 1 to number 4, which may be a good thing. Because if you were watching the bowl games and you saw Shedeur Sanders come out in Giants cleats saying, oh, you know what? I'm going to be the number 1 pick. I'm going to end up in New York.
Mm-hmm.
And then you watch Colorado play. You're like, ooh, I don't know if I want this to be the number 1 pick. I don't know if I want this to be our franchise quarterback. You know what I mean? But guess what, Giants? Now you may not have a choice, and now you may get Shedeur anyways. I don't know if Shedeur knew something and he knew that Giants were going to blow this, but guess who's number 1 in the picks right now? It's the Patriots. Because, of course, the Patriots are going to end up with the number 1 pick overall.
Now they don't need a quarterback, so I mean
they're gonna hold an auction for the highest bidder. By the way, number 2 for my agenda: Baker Mayfield and Mike Evans. Baker Mayfield threw 5 touchdowns, and I think most of them were inside the 5. Even though Bucky Irving ran for 120 yards, they're like, nope, we're going to throw this to Mike Evans because he might not get his 1,000 yards, but he's going to get more touchdowns.
Yeah, but they needed to win that game, though. I mean,
it was 1st and goal inside the 3, and they're like,
no, but I'm saying Billy's talking about guys who don't get that this is a must-lose game, and Drew Lock is out there for himself. And I listen, Billy, I guarantee you, the Jets are going to overpay for Drew Lock next year. I mean,
I was sitting back and I was watching.
Making a case. Tyrod making a case.
As someone who wanted the Dolphins to win at 4:00 and was like, man, okay, let's look, circle of trust here, friends. Let's have a circle of trust moment.
It's just us.
We're gonna have sensitive topics come up in this conversation. Okay, circle of trust. Just Mikey, Stugotz, myself, and our loyal listening fans, okay? And I don't want any betrayals out there, and I don't want any of this to get out because, again, this is the circle of trust. If your team is in playoff contention, you should not be resting. Circle of trust. Circle of trust. Anthony Richardson, play. Circle of trust.
Huh.
Tua, play.
Huh.
Circle of trust. Jalen Waddle, play.
You
Circle
won
of
without
trust.
those guys, though. I mean,
But it honestly feels like no one wants to get the final playoff spot in the AFC except Joe Burrow. And
because
Joe
you have to go to
Burrow,
Buffalo.
listen, friend, get out of here, Joe Burrow. You're not making the playoffs. Just give up, okay?
I think the winner of the
Stop
Super
Joe
Bowl
Burrow.
should have to play the Bengals. How about that? I mean,
What? What?
no one wants to play Joe Burrow right now, Billy. Nobody.
Well,
no.
and-
Why would you?
I mean, you're not going to have to.
Right.
Joe,
Well,
Joe Burrow.
yes.
One team has to play Joe Burrow, and it's the Steelers. And by the way, Steelers kind of need to win that game next week if they want to win their division.
Yeah.
And have home field. So, like,
Yes.
there's a couple of still up in the airs or up for grabs, if I like to call them. You want to know the up for grabs for next week?
Sure.
Have it all written down. Up for
Okay.
grabs next week. It's kind of season ended today, but up for grabs. AFC North, NFC North, and NFC South. And by the way, we are waking up to a morning where for the first time the Lions are not in the driver's seat.
No, Sam Darnold is.
Lions are no longer the number 1 seed. Right now they're a 5 seed. And it's just because they haven't played this week yet and they're playing tonight. So must-win game for the Lions tonight. And also, it's setting up for one of the biggest regular seasons ever in a game that you don't want taking place when it's taking place, which is Sunday Night Football next week, which is Lions-Vikings. And you do not want to be playing that game. I mean, you want to win that game so that you get a bye. But, like, under normal circumstances, you just want to rest your guys and not be playing at 8 o'clock on Sunday night, the last week of the season.
One of those two teams is going to have to go on the road the following week. Like, think about how crazy that is. One of those two teams is going to have to either go to probably Atlanta or Tampa on the road next week, despite having 14 wins. By the way, how do you feel for Sam Darnold watching? Like, I'm sure you saw the video of him walking into the locker room and then lifting him on his shoulders and dousing him with water. And all I could think was for Zach bleeping Wilson.
Well, that's going to happen to him in 3 years. Yeah, no, you'll see. I mean, maybe 4, something like that. No, it hurts. I honestly, you guys laugh at the notion. When I say to you, what are the Vikings going to do in the offseason? How can you walk away from Sam Darnold after the season he's given you this year? As a New York Jet, he had 13 career wins. He has 14 wins this season alone for the Vikings. How could you walk away from what he's done and go with the unknown of J.J. McCarthy? The only answer is obviously the contract, but it's going to be hard for the Vikings to walk away from Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold is going to get paid.
I want to ask Shirley Schefter what she thinks that J.J. McCarthy could fetch in a trade at this point.
Okay.
Like, what
right,
would be? I mean, I want to know what Shirley thinks about it.
Yeah.
Well, she can ask Adam.
Listen, Shirley's got it.
We got to ask
Shirley's
Jeff in the
got it.
background. Jeff's feet.
But Billy, you were happy with Drew Lock because you needed the Colts to lose that game, so that worked out for you.
That worked out for me, but like if you're a Giants fan and you're watching this happen, like how on like Drew Lock, like what are we doing with Drew Lock? Get out of here. Yesterday, Stugotz, I was like, because I knew Tyler Huntley was starting for the Dolphins, I was talking myself into like wanting anyone be quarterback for the Dolphins because I was like, Tyler Huntley in a must-win game, like what are we doing? Also, and I knew it was going to happen, and it happened somewhat. Like I really don't want to be seeing videos of Tua on the sidelines with a headset, like hyping up the guys. Like
right.
I need a break from this. Again, circle of trust. I need a break from this. You want to be a great teammate? Play in a must-win game. Again, circle of trust. And I know we read the thing. He really wanted to be out there. Training staff, Mike McDaniel, Greer, all of them are the ones that are like, no, you can't play. Play. You know what you do? Circle of trust. Circle of trust. All of us here. Circle of trust. You lie to the trainers. That's exactly what you do.
Right.
I used to do it in track all the time. I wasn't a football athlete. I had purple ankles because they were so badly sprained. I couldn't walk. I was limping. And I was like, give me a pole. I'll go back out there. I'll run. And they're like, dude, you are going to kill yourself if you try to pole vault with sprained ankles. You can't even walk. You're going to go up in the air, fall down, and break your neck. But I tried the lie to the trainers. That's what you do.
I think getting one past your track and field coach is a little bit easier than getting through the layers of the NFL.
No, they're
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
No. Oh, listen, let me tell you something.
Slip them 100. I mean,
there's players out there all the time playing with injuries they shouldn't have. You have guys playing concussed all the time because they're just like, hey, what year is it? And they're like, 2014. They're like, close enough. Get back out there, buddy.
He said 4.
Exactly. So they got 3 of the 4 numbers, right? Perfect.
All right, so Billy, what do? You're saying players play, okay? If you're in playoff contention, okay. So the Chiefs have nothing to play for, but the Chiefs can help your Dolphins out next week. So what do you do if you're Andy Reid and the Kansas City Chiefs? Because you can just merely let the Broncos win and the Broncos get in. You don't have to deal with Tua. You don't have to deal with Joe Burrow. How about that?
Well, okay. So, I mean, I don't think they're afraid of dealing with the Dolphins and Tua. They hosted them in the first round of the playoffs last year, and they beat them pretty easily.
Well, they wouldn't get him in the first round, Billy. Keep him.
No, I know.
Right.
I know, but I'm saying look, I mean, if they got him later in the playoffs, it's even better for them than in the first round as far as the Chiefs are concerned. The Chiefs have already said they're benching everyone. So the Broncos are going to have to beat like third string Chiefs, which we'll see if that
hold on. There might be a Drew Lock scenario where Carson Wentz is playing for Carson Wentz.
Carson Wentz agenda. A Carson Wentz agenda could ruin a lot of seasons.
Look, this is gonna sound bad.
Fascinating.
This is gonna sound bad and very disrespectful. I think the third string Chiefs can still beat the Broncos. Like Carson Wentz aside, I think they can still beat the Broncos. Bo Nix has not really shown me very much as of late.
I think the question is, could the third string Chiefs beat the Bills?
Man, I don't know. I don't understand. The Bills, like, it's so crazy because coming in, we're like, the Bills don't really have anyone. Like, Josh Allen doesn't really have a weapon here. And then they set like an NFL record for most people who have scored a touchdown on offense in the season. They set franchise records for touchdowns scored in a season. It's crazy. By the way, I don't know if you guys caught this yesterday. You may have, you may not have, because it was so late in the game that you may have turned off the Jets-Bills game. Were you watching that game at all or no?
No.
Okay.
I did.
Well, okay, then Mikey, I'm sure Mikey caught this because on the opposite side of the own agenda, we were getting like crazy selfless Josh Allen praise at one point for simply handing a ball off to Cook to score a touchdown on like the 1 yard line. Because they're like, oh, you know, this is perfect for Josh. He's going to go in there. He's going to pad his touchdown stats and his MVP candidacy. And they're like, whoa, I can't believe it. Oh, he did the right thing. That was so selfless. You know what? If the NFL MVP award comes down to one touchdown, which I don't think it will, I think, you know what? Josh did the right thing. That was the right play. And we were like praising Josh Allen for simply handing the ball off to his running back on the 1 yard line, which was insane. I thought, it's like, guys, like, calm it down. Right. If you want Josh Allen to win the MVP, just vote for him, okay? Like, let's not do this whole thing like he's Superman just because he handed off. The guy has videos coming out. Look, circle of trust. I kind of like Josh Allen now. Circle of trust.
I know you do. I know. You've always liked him. Circle of trust. Mikey, circle. I didn't say. I want to try circle of trust. I want to try it. Mikey. He's always liked Josh Allen.
No, false.
No, Mikey, he has.
False. So here's the thing. No. Here's the thing. We have videos of him, like, doing all this charitable work. My cleats, my cause. He does things with children with cancer. Like, he seems to be a very nice guy, right?
Yes.
But all of a sudden, handing the ball off to his running back on the 1 yard line, like, makes him a saint. It's insane. Like, that's not why he's like a decent person, because he decided to just give the ball to his running back. Like, get out of here with that stuff.
He's a selfless leader, Billy. That's what they're trying to say. He wasn't
until that moment. That's when he became like the good selfless guy. And it's like, wow, You know what? I'd be shocked. I'd be shocked if he doesn't win like Walter Payton Man of the Year for handing the ball off on the 1 yard line. Like, not for any of the other stuff, just for handing the ball off the 1 yard line. You know what? Walter Payton Man of the Year. Thank you, Josh Allen. What a good guy you are.
Hey guys, circle of trust. Josh Allen likes you, Billy. What are you doing?
I don't know about that. I'm not criticizing
He
Josh.
told me he likes you.
I'm not criticizing Josh.
Big dog.
I'm criticizing. I'm criticizing like what happened around it. Also, if like we're analyzing the MVP race, like, and the stats, because like that's become a thing where like Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, whatever.
It should be Sam Darnold.
Okay, it shouldn't, but
It should be Billy.
Selfless Josh Allen. Man, they take him out of the game a lot. Like he has pretty good stats, and like he didn't play the fourth quarter yesterday, and like early in the season he wasn't playing a lot. Also, like they take him out when these games were blown out, which kind of affects the stats slightly.
Yes, Mikey, he quickly dismissed me saying it should be Sam Darnold. You could also include Jaden Daniels in that conversation, who was great again last night. And Josh Allen's likely going to win it. But Mikey A seemed to agree with me on Darnold because he knows how good of a season he's having.
Can I say something? Can I say something that happened yesterday?
Mikey,
well,
that was a team. Hold on a second. That was a team that was slated for 6 wins. They've got 14.
I know.
Sam Darnold.
He's got 30.
He's got 14 wins.
Can I?
Just listen. I Josh Allen should win. Lamar Jackson should be second place.
Yeah.
Sam Darnold should be in the conversation. That's all I'm saying.
If you vote for him, you're lighting your vote on fire. That is a waste of a vote. Don't even.
I didn't say I'd vote for him number 1, but he's on the list. That's all I'm saying. He's on the list.
Slot him at number 3 if you want. That's fine.
Sure,
that's fine.
Thank you.
That's all I want.
Now here's the thing that I don't know why we're doing postseason awards today, but if you want, we can talk about this.
If the season ended today, I mean,
if the season ended today,
talking about the rookie of the year, and we've been talking about Jaden Daniels all this time, and
Penix.
So, well,
they can have something.
Brock Bowers. Brock Bowers is like
Brock Bowers is
great.
Really good season
On a bad team, though.
He's not going to win rookie of the year, but
no, Jaden is.
He is, but Brock Bowers is setting records, like very secretly. Also, also looks like he played in the 1970s. Like his hair situation, circle of trust. His hair situation, the man looks 50 years old.
Right.
He looks like what every NFL player looked like in like 1975.
Yes, Ray Nitschke. Yeah.
I know what's going on there, but great player, Brock Bowers. Congratulations.
Can I do the circle of trust thing? I haven't gotten one.
Yeah, try it.
Okay, circle of trust. Guys, circle of trust.
Circle of trust.
The Falcons made the right move taking Michael Penix.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Listen, that was the greatest incompletion of all time last night. Did you see it? Did you see the one in the first quarter that I'm talking about? Everyone was raving about the arm strength. It was one of those like 50-yard seam passes. That was like it was like a laser, man. He doesn't have to throw. He doesn't have to put loft on it to get it downfield. It's like Elway, and Josh Allen. To be honest with you,
he seems to be pretty good, good. And Penix, he's going to give you Kirk Cousins next year for the Jets. So,
No. We're signing Drew Lock.
Oh, okay, good. All right.
to compete with Tyrod.
Yeah. Maybe Carson Wentz.
We'll see how this week goes. We'll see his agenda.
By the way,
Carson Wentz wins this game. He's a Jet next year. Call it now.
No doubt.
We have 4 college football playoff games coming up tomorrow and the next day.
Do.
Yeah.
Just kind of sneaking in here as we're talking about the NFL. We got some big ones in the college.
We got. Okay.
I think, and like these games haven't been played yet, and I reserve the right to change my mind after the games are played. After the first round, I'm still maintaining before this round is played. I would have been fine without this round existing. I still would have been fine with just 4 because that first round was horrific. And listen, I love a good playoff game. However, Penn State, Boise State doesn't seem necessary to me. Like, I'm good without that game existing. I'm good with neither of those teams advancing, but one of them has to.
Billy, there are 2 games this week that are interesting to me, and only 2 games, and it makes me think that perhaps there should be 6 to 8 teams in this thing. It's the Notre Dame Georgia game, right?
Yeah. And Ohio State, Oregon.
And Ohio State, Oregon.
The Ohio State game. Yeah, that's it. The other games, like the fact that they had all this time to come up with an expanded 12-team playoff, and what they came up with is a scenario in which Boise State has a bye week to freshen up before their first playoff game.
And Arizona State.
And Arizona State is absurd. I'm sorry.
Listen, the 12 teams is fine. I get what you're trying to do. The problem is you got to seed them right way. Just seed them 1 to 12. You do not need to seed them where the conference champion is the ones getting the bye, because then we'd have the right teams getting the bye, and the right teams played last week. We might have had some good games last week. Yeah. We might have had Boise State, Arizona State. I might have enjoyed that. That might have been okay.
Well, and by the way, if you seed them 1 to 12, Alabama gets in. So.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. Of course.
Well, listen, if you want to get the conference champions in because of whatever, like, that's fine, but you don't have to give them a bye. You do not have to do that.
I do like the idea of, like, the bubble teams. Not like the bubble teams that didn't make it, like Boise State and Arizona State. Like, guys.
Play-in game.
Congratulations. You made the playoffs. You're both playing in the first round for the right to play the real schools. Like, respectfully to Boise State and Arizona State and all their alumni and fan bases and the states and, the United States of America, and respectfully to all of them. But Boise State, you have a blue field, and you had one moment in a bowl game 15 years ago that anyone remembers.
It was a good moment, though.
It was a great moment. Oh, great moment.
The marriage
play, wedding proposal. Oh, I hope that
the Statue of Liberty
together. Yeah. Oh,
that would be 2 moments then. I mean,
it was all connected.
You had a night.
It's all one thing. It's all one
exactly right. You had a night. Congratulations. We love you for it. That doesn't mean you get a bye.
This is just between us, right?
That doesn't mean you get a bye.
Right, just between us. Right?
Like, enough.
Right.
Enough.
I want
Arizona State.
Arizona State. Are you kidding? They haven't been good since Jake Plummer's been there.
You're a party school, okay? I'm sure you have great tailgates. No one gives a shit. Like, you don't deserve a bye, okay? Like, enough with this.
Agreed. Yeah.
I think Billy should be the Joe Lunardi of college football, because I hear him talking about bubble teams in college football.
Yeah.
Billy Brackets.
Ooh.
Billy Brackets.
Do it.
I'm going to write this down.
I want it
Billy
now.
Yes.
Did you see what's picking up steam this week?
No.
Nick Saban should be commissioner of college football.
I'm down with that.
Of course you are. I knew.
We've been talking about a commissioner of college football forever.
As soon as I saw that, I said, I know someone who's going to love this.
Can we call him a czar? Can we call him a czar?
Yeah, you have to call him a czar. Yes. The czar of college football. Yes.
I don't know why I wrote down Billy Brackets, but I wrote
Alabama would never miss a playoff again.
Oh, no. Come on, get out of here. That's fine.
So you're not excited, really? I'm with you guys. I'm excited for 2 of the 4 games. Boise State and Arizona State should not have a bye. We're doing this wrong.
And I want Texas, obviously, to advance, right? However, I mean, what are we sitting around playing Arizona State for? Respectfully to Arizona State and the state of Arizona.
To be respectful to Arizona State.
I'm trying to be respectful,
Yeah, but you don't have to be.
By the way, the Pop-Tarts Bowl and names of Pop-Tarts Bowl lived up to expectations. Holy crap. Pop-Tarts gets it. Like, Pop-Tarts,
they just get it.
They get it.
They just get it.
I know there's people, they get it in more ways than you think, because I know there's a lot of people here like, you know what? Like, I don't want a gimmicky bowl game. Like, friends, that's all bowl games are. It's all gimmicks. It's all for the brands. So, like, Pop-Tarts trying the hardest and being the best at the gimmicks, I love it.
Sinking into it, yes. They should all do that.
Stugotz, I don't know if you saw what happened in the Pop-Tarts Bowl, not just on the field, but off the field as well. So,
who watched on the field?
Well, on the field, no one was playing defense whatsoever.
Right. Cam Ward played a half. I mean, I didn't watch the Pop-Tarts Bowl.
Broke a record, took himself out.
Honest.
Good for him.
Between us. God. I mean,
well, here's what you missed in the Pop-Tarts Bowl, Stugotz. I don't know if you saw last year's edition of the Pop-Tarts Bowl, but it was, last year was a big hit. It was very exciting. You had the Pop-Tarts mascot dancing around, and then at the end, the Pop-Tarts mascot stepped on the big fake toaster.
Fake.
And then the Pop-Tarts mascot went into I guess it's not fake. The Pop-Tarts mascot went into the giant toaster and then came out, and they ate the Pop-Tarts mascot. Pop-Tarts mascot sacrificed him or herself last year and was eaten by the winning team. It was a very sad day because we lost a great mascot. And then this year's Pop-Tarts Bowl came out. Yeah, strawberry frosted Pop-Tart. Then this year's Pop-Tarts Bowl started, and with the new year comes a new trophy for the Pop-Tarts Bowl. This Pop-Tarts Bowl trophy is a working toaster. And we had 3 mascots this year. But again, we're still missing Strawberry Frosted, who paid the ultimate sacrifice and sacrificed him or herself to the winning team, who then, ate strawberry frosted. Didn't eat strawberry frosted completely. You know, they ate as much as you could. It was a giant Pop-Tart. So we were out there and we were running around. The Pop-Tarts were running around. Which are the Pop-Tarts going to be? They ripped off their Pop-Tarts, I don't even know, Pop-Tarts clothes, like the aluminum foil wrapping. And we saw who the new Pop-Tarts mascots were. And then we paid tribute to the strawberry frosted Pop-Tart, who
a true in memoriam.
A true in memoriam on the screen. It was 2024 to 2024, whatever the years were, and they were, the sad music was playing. It's a day without you, my friend. So that's all playing, and we have a nice tribute. And lo and behold, rising from the dead was strawberry frosted Pop-Tart mascot on top of the scoreboard. Now,
wow.
Didn't look the same as last year's strawberry frosted Pop-Tart. This one looked exactly like the devoured strawberry frosted Pop-Tart. So it had pieces missing, and it was all charred and burned, and there's strawberry frosting. But gave us hope because this year's winners chose to eat cinnamon roll. I don't know which Pop-Tart it was. Chose to eat the cinnamon roll. The MVP got to choose which flavor we're going to eat. They chose the cinnamon roll. But now we know cinnamon roll may be back next year and may not be gone forever. So
it's important.
Big day for the Pop-Tarts Bowl. They get it.
Thank you for the recap.
Yeah. Well, I like how you say thank you for the
very thorough
of the Pop-Tarts Bowl, because I didn't recap a single damn thing that happened in the actual game.
Well, who cares about anything that happened in that game, right?
Who cares?
By the way, circle of trust. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think the teams that lost last week in the college football playoff.
Yeah.
If they played Arizona State or Boise State, the teams that lost, that have been eliminated on a neutral field, I think I'd take all 4 losing teams to win the game.
Indiana looked pretty bad.
Well, I forgot about that.
They looked pretty bad.
Yeah, but Indiana, Boise State on a neutral field? I mean...
Well, hold on. Are we talking Boise State or Arizona State?
Would you take Tennessee over Arizona State or Boise State on a neutral field?
Right now.
Yes. Yeah,
right
you
now,
would.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
I don't know. That's a good question. What are we doing? SMU? How do we feel about SMU?
They beat Boise State.
They beat Boise State. They might beat Arizona State too.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
It was the 4th.
Who did Notre Dame beat at Indiana? I'll check it out. Hold on. I'll tell you right now. This is a fun game with the 4 losing teams.
Clemson. I'd take Clemson.
I would take Clemson over both teams.
I would too. Just based on their history, I'd take Clemson.
A pedigree.
Yes. Yeah.
Ridiculous.
I'm so glad we have 12 teams in the playoffs though. It's great. So much fun.
It's pretty stupid. Bill, you're going to make your big board bets?
The Bengals.
What was that?
I do have my big board bets we can get to. What was that, Mikey?
I was just going to say I would do the same thing with the Bengals after this week. Whoever loses the first round of the NFL playoffs, I'd take the Bengals over them in a neutral site.
Yeah. How do you address this with Carson Wentz? Because Carson Wentz is going to be out there playing for himself, but really what's best for the team? What does Andy Reid say? Does he even play Carson Wentz?
I mean, why was the Chiefs
third string?
Why would they want to lose though? The Chiefs.
Well, I just think if you're looking at the landscape of the AFC, the 3 teams that still have a chance of making it into the playoffs, the other 6 spots.
You want the Broncos? The Broncos.
No, Billy, I know what you're going to say. The Broncos are very good. They're well coached. They have a Super Bowl champion head coach, Sean Payton. I get it. I'm just saying, if you're just basing it on the quarterback and stuff like that, I think the team you most would want in there, in the event that you have to play them at some point, would be the Denver Broncos.
Joe Burrow has a winning record against Mahomes.
Okay, so I think, and I could be wrong, I think you'd want the Dolphins. And I'm saying this is a biased Dolphin
over
fan
the
here.
Broncos.
I do, because the Broncos, it took the
But
Chiefs
you can't control that.
You can't control it.
You can't control that.
But Mikey's right. You can't control it. Billy, the only thing you could control is keeping Joe Burrow out.
Well, okay, but that game is happening Saturday, I believe. So you're going to know the result of that game beforehand. They play Pittsburgh. Yes. They play Pittsburgh Saturday, and the Steelers need to win.
And the Steelers need to win. You're right. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So, you're going to go into your game is, if you're the Chiefs and the Dolphins, by the way, both play Sunday at 4:25. Saturday at 8:00 is the Bengals and the Steelers, so you're going to know the Bengals result headed into that game.
If the Ravens win at 4:00, the Steelers have nothing to play for.
Yeah, it's a wrap, actually.
It's a wrap. The Ravens will have locked up the
If
division.
the Ravens beat the Browns at home, which they will, at 1:00, at 4:30, I'm sorry, then it's over, essentially.
Mike Tomlin does not rest.
Oh, no.
That's a good point.
You give us a blade of grass and we will defend.
Well, hold on, Mikey, because he might be playing for that 5th seed because the Chargers are also 10-6. So
what does that do for you? What does the 5th seed versus the 6th seed do for you?
The 5th seed brings you to Houston. That's what it does for you. It brings you to Houston week 1 of the playoffs.
Mike Tomlin does not care who is across from him.
No, but the 6th seed brings you to Baltimore. Come on, stop that.
He would want that.
No, he would want Texans.
I don't want that.
Yeah,
he wants to prove it.
I think headed into the playoffs, Texans might be the team everybody wants.
Yes.
I mean, it depends who gets the final wild card spot, but Texans right now not looking good.
The Steelers are going to have stuff to play
nobody
for.
Nobody wants the Bengals.
Yeah, nobody wants the Bengals who aren't in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I love the NFL. It's so great. Billy, we have a Monday night game tonight. Lions and 49ers. Yes. I love you guys said it earlier. There's going to be potentially a 14-3 team as a wild card.
No, there is going to be a 14-win team as a wild card. That's happening.
It's absolutely insane. 14-3 wild card. The
NFL the Lions.
I know the NFL should do something about that, though.
What are they going to do? What are they
just seed them by record, man?
Oh, okay.
What do you think?
You
can't have the Falcons. You can't have the Bucks as a higher seed than the 14-3 team.
You sure can.
Baker's going to be a problem.
I mean,
yes. I mean, you might beat the Bucks, but you're going to have to kill Baker. I mean, seriously.
Oh, okay.
I mean, he's a
Billy.
gamer.
You got some bets?
I do have some bets.
By the way, 5-1 against Stugotz. You're welcome, everyone, for the great season I've had.
Thank you.
The Raiders also
tonight, by the way.
Raiders didn't understand the assignment yesterday. I think Antonio Pierce was playing for his own agenda yesterday, right?
That's because they didn't have a Keenan Allen to tell everybody we're not playing for the coach.
That's right.
That's why
they had it. Devontae Adams. He's with the Jets now, right? Yes.
Did you guys see also this weekend that there was some whispers? Some whispers. Mike McCarthy may have done enough to keep his job.
So good. It's so good.
Get a new contract.
It's crazy. There was a caveat of it's not just up to Jerry though. Which, by the way, yes, it is.
It is.
Yeah. It
Circle
is.
of trust. It is.
It definitely is just up to Jerry.
Fuck the circle of trust. It is. I mean,
but it's okay, Mike. You let it go. We're not supposed to have this episode. We don't have sponsors.
Gotcha.
Don't kill yourself. Let that one fly.
I got you.
Billy.
Don't worry. We're good. We're good.
I'm sorry, Billy. I'm sorry.
Sorry, children, if you're listening out here. But anyways, you want some big board bets?
Yes.
I want some big board bets, and then I want to finish with if the season ended today. Mikey has the playoff matchups.
All right, I'll go very quick.
Today. Okay.
All right, big board bets brought to you by. We don't have a sponsor right now. If I was in a DraftKings state, these are bets that I may feel strongly enough about to put in. The first one, the Lions -3.5 tonight.
Smart pick.
Must-win game today for the Lions, which is crazy when you have 13 wins and you only have 2 games left in the season, but they need to win this game. And 49ers not looking the best right now. So I'm going to say the Lions -3.5.
So, Billy, while you're doing your second pick here, I think it's such a fascinating decision the Niners have to make in the offseason. Kyle Shanahan's fine. They'll keep him. I'm not certain they should. The decision is whether or not, Mikey, they pay Brock Purdy. I mean, because they've been living on that rookie scale, that rookie contract, and filling in around Brock Purdy, and he's been good enough to get them to the Super Bowl. I don't know if he's great. I don't know if he's a guy that you want to pay, $30 million a year to. So,
well, that is a perfect setup, Stugotz, because my next one is Brock Purdy over 254.5 passing yards.
You're welcome.
Yep. Lions pass defense, not the best.
Right.
Not the
Mikey,
best.
what do they do there?
Trade him to the Jets because I would take him in a second.
I was going to say, let the Jets sign him. Suddenly the Jets have a quarterback room that's Brock Purdy, Carson Wentz, and Drew Lock.
And Tyrod. Don't forget Tyrod.
Aiden O'Connell.
I think you have to pay him. I think you have to pay him because you don't have another option.
Yeah.
Right. I guess.
Yeah. I mean, he's good enough. He wasn't their problem this season.
No,
he wasn't their problem. Billy, he's good enough when you're paying him a rookie scale contract. Is he good enough when you're paying him, elite level type money? Right?
Don't worry about that. All right, the next
who's the
one.
Answer if not him?
I am worried about it.
What do I honestly? This is gonna sound. What do I care? What they have to pay these players? It's not coming out of my money. I'm not the capologist. I don't need to figure it out.
Because you love football.
Somebody has to go. Right. Somebody has to go if you pay your quarterback.
I don't care. It's not my team.
And you love football. I mean,
yeah, I love football, but I don't love math, so I'm not going to be trying to figure out the
There's no math. Right now they're paying them like $500,000 a year, and now they're going to have to pay
dead
them
cap and live cap and this cap.
And he's buying his offensive lineman $100,000 cars for Christmas.
That was so dumb, dude. Why did you buy so many cars for your offensive lineman? You don't have the money yet. Like, you spent almost your entire salary on cars for your offensive lineman. Don't do that. Wait until you get paid. Okay, maybe, but what if he gets injured today and he doesn't get his money? Just wait. Okay, anyways, next one. Jahmyr Gibbs over 18.5 rushing attempts.
All right.
49ers, run defense, not the best, and I feel like Jahmyr Gibbs, now that he's the main guy, is going to get a lot of attempts tonight. So we'll see how it goes.
Their other running back is out, right? So that's I like that bet, Billy. It's a good bet.
Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully, we get back on track. We've had a bad 2 weeks. We're going to be perfectly honest. Circle of trust. We've had a bad 2 weeks. I've let you guys down 2-5 2 weeks ago. Last week, 0-2, 0-2. And you say why 0-2? You made 3 picks because we had a late scratch on one of the bets before the game started. So that bet gets tossed out. So 0-2.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. I was 5-1 again. I mean,
you mentioned that.
77-43-2 on the season. I have the Lions tonight. Nobody cares. Mikey, let's get to the season.
Are you not happy that people have wanted to get my big board bets? You seem not happy every time it comes up.
I mean, we're just making a big deal about your big board bets, and you do.
We're not.
You write it down on a small board, and you dressed it up, and it's all fun, and it's great. And I'm just sitting here churning out winners, and no one cares because they're enamored with you. Yes, I'm jealous. I care.
Jealousy.
I wrote it down on a card. Look at you.
I wrote them down because I bet them. As you said them, I wrote them down so I could bet.
What is DE7 at the bottom?
Detroit.
Oh, Detroit. Got it.
Yeah, Detroit.
I had to write it quickly.
Yes. Yep, I took the Lions tonight. So anyway, if the season, so Billy gave you his big board bets. He's been great all year except for the last 2 weeks. That's fine. Everyone has a little, everyone has a little slump over the course of the season, except me.
Except you. I was going to say, except
right,
you, not
thank
you.
you, Billy. All right, Mikey. So we'll finish out here with if the season ended today. What do you have for us? If the NFL season ended today.
If the NFL season, all right, circle of trust, the AFC is probably not going to change much. So we'll do them first. If the season ended today, the Denver Broncos are headed to the Buffalo Bills.
Billy likes the Broncos. I mean,
I do not like the Broncos. I've been very clear about that.
Seems like he loves them.
That's not what I heard.
Exactly right. Thank you. Loves them. Not so sure. You want the Dolphins are the team you want to let in.
If you're the Chiefs,
right?
Broncos almost beat the Chiefs like a couple weeks ago. They had to block a field goal.
Right. It's going to be a blowout. Broncos. The Bills blow out the Broncos. Yes.
If the season ended today, this is where it gets a little shaky. The Chargers would go to the Ravens.
Harbaugh Bowl again.
Wow.
Harbaugh.
Harbaughs are always one-sided.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's always John. Seems like John.
Always John.
John's figured Jim out. Yeah.
Yeah.
John's got Jim's number.
Yeah.
They're brothers. They should have each other's number. If the season ended today.
That was the joke. It was a good one.
The Steelers.
Wait, hold on a second. What are we doing? Are we saying the Ravens win that game?
Yeah.
We're just saying if the season ended today. Yeah.
Okay. Lamar wins the play. Okay.
Today.
All right.
The Steelers go to the Texans.
Yeah, you want that if you're the Steelers.
That's what I was saying before. Yeah, the Steelers win.
Oh, okay.
I mean, if we're going to play the season ended today, I want to play if the season ended today. I like making predictions. Yes.
All right. To the NFC.
So the Chiefs have a bye week. Who would the Chiefs get in that scenario if those three teams won?
The lowest.
Yeah,
seed
you
they reseed in the NFL.
So it would be the Steelers then, right?
Well, it depends if the Broncos pull up an upset.
In your scenario,
No, I'm saying if the three
Steelers.
teams win that I just said, Mikey,
yeah,
it would be the Steelers, right?
They would get the Steelers.
So it would be
Steelers.
Ravens, Bills, Steelers, and Chiefs. Steelers at Kansas City, and then the Chiefs would play the winner of the Ravens and Bills in Buffalo. Oh God, Jesus! I'm trying to figure out where it is that Lamar Jackson's going to lose, and it's the second round.
I think you just did.
Yes, I just nailed it. Yes.
All right. In the NFC, if the season ended today, the Green Bay Packers, the 11-5 Green Bay Packers, would be facing the 13-3 Philadelphia Eagles.
Wow. Jalen Hurts healthy?
Well, if the season ended today, he wouldn't be.
If the season ended today,
neither's Kenny Pickett.
Neither is Kenny Pickett.
Wow. So if the season ended today, the Eagles, who would be their quarterback?
Yep.
Packers had me
Carson
worried
Wentz.
yesterday. Packers had me a little concerned yesterday.
They came back.
They came back, but not enough.
They came back. Sam Darnold ended that game. I mean, because he's good now.
Because he's good now. Because he's not on the Jets.
He will be again.
So Eagles, Packers?
It's a great game.
It's
It
not.
is a great game.
If Tanner McKee is your quarterback, it is not.
Okay.
If the season ended today, Tanner would be your quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Did you see they threw Tanner's first touchdown into the crowd and then they had to do some
and then they had to-
negotiating?
yeah.
Good thing for the Eagles, the season doesn't end today. But if
Big
it did,
Dom.
they lose.
Big Dom got that ball back. Good to see him back in the mix.
The NFC is going to be fun, huh?
We'll see.
Let's go to the next game. If the season ended today,
Yeah.
the 11-win Washington Commanders would be going to the Rams. The 10-6 Rams would host the 11-5 Commanders.
Wow. Two teams you don't want to see come playoff time.
Are they?
No one wants to play the Rams. And no one wants to play Jaden Daniels.
Okay.
See that play last night? It looked like he almost snapped his knee in half. And you guys see that?
He was fine.
He got up because now I'm fine. Everyone the whole stadium was concerned. Coach is freaking out. Terry McLaurin walked over. He's like, I'm good, guys. Stop. Enough. Knock it off. Went on to have a great game. I love Jaden Daniels. Washington. Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
The next one. All right. If the season ended today, and mind you, this one is very much up in the air. Very much up in the air. This is the biggest one up in the air. But if the season ended today, the 13-2 Detroit Lions would be traveling to the 9-7 Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Wow.
Circle of trust. Give me the Bucks.
Oh, shut up.
Circle of
Give me the
trust.
Bucks. Circle of trust in that game. Give me the Bucks.
Circle of trust. Same.
Oh, you guys are insane. You guys are crazy.
You like the Lions, huh?
You know what I like in that game? The over. 150%. I like the over in that game.
You should already put it on the big board.
Goff on grass, home Baker. Mm-hmm.
Oh my God!
Give me the
I have
Bucks.
the Bucks win.
The
I'll do the
Bucks.
adjusted line. Bucks win by 21.
Wow.
Buy it up.
I'm going to take the
football.
Bucks minus 19. I had Baker winning the Super Bowl.
Circle of trust. Circle of trust. God bless football.
God bless football.
God bless football.